Unqualified as Fuck is the ultimate podcast for anyone hustling to find happiness in this crazy world. Whether you're deep in a relationship, stuck in a situationship, heartbroken, or just feeling lost, we've got your back.
Join us as we share our own experiences and guide you on your journey of self-awareness and elevation.
We're committed to offering diverse perspectives because we understand that there's more than one way to get shit done.
By the way, we're with the shits.
So tap in, get lit,
and let's get to the bag.
Action.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of the Unqualified as Fuck podcast. I'm your host, Azar Faraday. This is the beautiful Jenny B. Thick, always serving. And we got Opulent Six over here. And let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all one motherfucking thing, baby. He came through today. I didn't know who this was. He got the Louis, the bust down, the fucking Amiri. Stop playing. Stop
we out here tonight.
You out here in these
streets. It's been a good year, right?
It's been a good year.
It's been a great year.
And I'm going to let him speak for himself on that one because, baby, I'd have been through the ringer on these hoes.
Through and around.
But I'm going to be okay. So, okay, today we want to talk about
Joe Smith and his wife. So I don't know if you guys saw the video or not, but I'm going to tell you what happened and then we're going to just, continue to talk about it. But basically, Joe Smith is a former NBA player. So he's married to a woman who previously, before they got married, was a porn star, right? They got married, and obviously they had some sort of agreement that, now that they're married, he makes money, he's an NBA player, like they're good, they're set. So recently, a video went viral where his wife talks about the fact that basically he found out that she had an OnlyFans. And she hid it from him. She had an OnlyFans page and she was making money from her OnlyFans. He found out and she's like, yo, what's the problem? I was asking for solutions. You didn't give me one, so I created one. You knew what the fuck I did. You knew who the fuck I was. And now I have an OnlyFans page. It's my body and it's my choice. And he's like, yo, what? Like, we was married. We're good. Like, why do you gotta go do that? That was before she was like, you knew who I was? He's like, that's before the porn and all that. That was before we were married, bro. So we just want to get into it. I'll say what I feel, and then I'm gonna let y'all say how y'all feel. I think we should start with Jenn.
Start with Jenn. Okay, go ahead. Let Jenn get it out.
Because this is an interesting topic within itself because we're gonna go ahead and unpack respect versus money. Notoriety versus love.
Ooh, get into that.
Wow.
Popularity versus comfortability. Because when one person is popular in a relationship, the other person may become uncomfortable with all the attention.
Oh. But that's insecurity, is it not?
Well, we'll unpack it, but all these things is unpacked. Because I just, not to go all over the place, but these are things we're going to unpack. I saw something, I think it was, what is little Bow Wow's baby mama name?
Joy.
Yeah. It was something where she said that she's no longer going to have her daughter do TikToks and stuff because she said her daughter says she's uncomfortable and she don't like it at all. So that's it. So think about it. So again, popularity versus comfortability. So because, what's her name? Joy?
Joy.
So Joy is popular and doing, come on, daughter, we're going to do this. And we watching her daughter do it. But the whole time she like, I don't want to do that. But Joey was like, I'm not going to make her do it no more. So it ain't just in that.
She should have never been making her do that.
It isn't, but not just in that context, because you can have some Instagram models that are famous and do what they do and be in a relationship. Be like, hey, we're going to do this and we're going to do that and let's do this video or let's do that. And the guy might be uncomfortable or vice versa. It's like, where's the line between your popularity and my comfortability? So this all plays into what we're going to talk about so that we can establish healthy boundaries in a relationship and let y'all know, like, hey, that might be too far. You might have to go to therapy for that, and you're well within your right. So based on this video,
let Jenn. So
based on this video, we're gonna let Jenn start it off with that whole crazy OnlyFans thing.
There's two things that stick out for me. I think the first thing is like lying to your husband
It's crazy.
Not respecting him and doing it behind his back is always going to be problematic. Like, if you're going to do it, at least let him know. Like, do it in his face, to me. Like, if you're going to do what you want to do no matter what he says, at least give him that, like, respect to say, I'm going to do it anyway. If you have a better solution, let me know. If you want to keep me from doing it, I'll turn the camera off. Like, I'm not saying that I agree with that approach, but I'm saying if you do it behind his back, I kind of feel like you're already wrong for doing it behind his back. The other thing that I feel is you do know who you got with. And not saying that she's okay for doing that, but it's also like, I don't know. I feel like there's always these terms, like once a cheater, always a cheater. If they did it once, they're going to do it again. If they keep hurting you, they're going to do it again. If they're this type of person and you are the one that's making them stop, like that is a problem. Like I would never want someone to stop doing something to oblige or appease or comply with me.
I agree.
Like do what you're going to do, period.
Regardless.
Like let me be okay with that or not be okay with that. Like I wholeheartedly believe in like not changing who you are for someone else. If that's what you want to do, keep doing it. She thought she had a bag, maybe she thought she had the ticket out, and then she realized she don't, and she went back. That is a risk that someone would take. But I am like completely against the idea of like changing for someone else or complying or obliging someone to me, I always say it, well, you're fake complying. Until you're not. I always say that. I'm always like, yeah, you're going to do it until you don't want to do it. Or you're going to do it until what? Oh, we ain't got no money. We having some issues. I know what to do. Right. I'm going to solve this problem for you. Right. And it's like, wait, no. Like, why didn't you just get a job? Why didn't you go back to school? Or why didn't you learn a trade? She did what she knows how to do.
She did what she knows how to do.
And I understand that.
Thing. This is what I tell everyone, and I'm going to just say this one time. You know how hard it is to change yourself? Seriously, you want to eat better. You want to go to the gym every day. You want to wake up at 5 a.m., but bitch, you're not doing it. So why the hell do you think that you can change someone who doesn't even want to change? When you want to change, but you can't do it. So going into a relationship thinking that you can change a person is insanity, bro. Because there's no way that you can change somebody. You could barely change yourself and your habits that you want to get better at every day. I got a question. You don't, I want to get to that question, but if you don't like someone for exactly who they are,
what are you doing?
What are you doing? And even if, like Jen, you said some real shit, even if I don't like no forced vibes. So even if I feel like I want this and this person don't want it and they're like, I'm gonna oblige, I got it, I'm gonna change it. That leads to resentment. That's all. That's it.
It happens.
You're gonna resent me. You're gonna resent me after that. What's the question?
Have y'all ever been to Vegas?
Yes.
You been to Vegas?
Look at him. He looked like he been to Vegas.
Stupid. Stupid. She said,
he hit when he went. He done gambled and hit 30 million the way this nigga looking tonight. Okay. He done hit for 30 motherfucking million.
He said, yeah, he been to Vegas.
I low-key want that sweater.
Okay. I
sent you
I know. And when I saw the price, I was like, I'm not
Send the link. Saw the price, baby. We want to borrow it.
Can I? Yeah.
I want to buy it. I want to borrow. Okay, let's get into that.
Okay. So when you go, like, I don't know. So y'all been to Vegas. That means you had to have been at a buffet.
Yeah.
How big are those buffets?
I don't like buffets. I hate buffets.
But the point is,
okay,
there's a lot of stuff. Available in a buffet, and you walk around and you put stuff on your plate you want to eat.
Facts.
You're not mad at the stuff you don't pick. You're only mad at the stuff you put on your plate and you eat. You're picking.
So where's the point at? Because I like this.
The point is, why are you putting yourselves and other people's in this position when you have the power to choose? Like if you there's a lot of stuff out there that doesn't apply to you because you're not eating it. There's a lot of stuff that is in the buffet that you don't pick. You pick the stuff you want.
But I have a question, though, and I want really the real answer because it's going to sound stupid. And I know you guys are going to be like, what the fuck? But this is a serious question. Do you really feel like we choose everything?
Yes.
Just seriously, though. Because sometimes I feel like I'm kind of in a situation where, like, I didn't want to love this motherfucker, though. Like, yes, I made the initial choice to mess with them, but not all the facts were laid out. And by the time all the facts were laid out, it was too late and I'm in too deep and I'm gone over
Okay,
this
so
person.
you're in front of the buffet again. Do you pick the same meal like that got you sick? Do you pick it, put it on your plate again? Do you eat it again?
Yes.
She said yes.
Then therapy it will be.
Yo, she's stupid. That came from the pit of her
She was
soul.
not lying.
The pit of my vagina.
Yes.
Baby.
She
I'm gonna
did.
pick it because it tasted delicious. Why are you still 300 pounds, baby? Because you still eating that food. And that's the thing. You knew it was getting you big, bitch. You was a big
But
bitch.
I'm just
And that's the thing. I was a big bitch at one point. I know what it's like. And you're gonna keep eating it because it tastes delicious, but you keep getting fat, baby.
Well, that's kind of, I mean, I
No,
guess
it-
that's like my point.
No,
I
you're right.
feel
I'm just
like
playing.
I know you are, and I love when you do that. It's fine.
Right.
But I'm just trying to like kind of hammer home this like point of choice and this point of like, there's a lot of things out there. Like even with this weird like gender war and people being like, it's not helping you. It's not advantageous for you to continue to go to a buffet and be mad that there are other things there that you don't even eat. Like, oh, I don't eat fruit. Why they got strawberries over here? I only eat cantaloupe. They shouldn't have strawberries. Like, just don't pick the strawberry if you don't eat it. So you didn't have to be with a porn star. You didn't have to be with a stripper. And she didn't have to give up who she was to be with somebody because whatever she thought she was selling herself into or buying into, whatever. I'm not judging her. I don't know nothing about her. I don't know her from a can of paint. I know nothing. I'm not trying to judge her, but
she was about 70 on OnlyFans.
I'm trying to say that, to your point, kind of, even though you were joking about it, we negate the fact or try to absolve ourselves of choice. And we have a choice, and you can make whatever choice you want. And I don't understand why people consistently make choices that they don't like.
I do, because it's temporary happiness.
Is it?
Yes, because you ate that motherfucking steak, bitch, when you knew you was supposed to be vegetarian because your cholesterol's high as fuck. So the thing is it tasted, no, seriously.
Not the high cholesterol.
It tasted
from the steak.
delicious.
Y'all in this food analogy.
Yeah,
the whole
I'm done with the
episode.
food
People gonna
analogy.
Be there and start binge eating or either get their life together.
Sorry, I'm so
But
sorry.
I'm gonna keep it real. It tasted
But did you
good.
make sense?
It tasted good in that moment. People are doing things for temporary highs. We live in
Are
a
you speaking
generation.
for yourself?
Possibly. We live in a microwave generation. You want microwave success, baby. You married that nigga because he had racks. Them racks ran low. You said, I'm going back to hoeing in the streets. Period.
I want to go to 6 next because I feel like you've already said how you feel. But I
said-
still want to see what he gonna say.
Wait,
and then I
wait.
want
I want to clarify this before 6 says this point. I think she's dead wrong. I just want everyone to know that.
Okay.
And for any man that I mess with, no, I'm not into hoeing. I think that everything
I should have never let her have none of that tequila.
Right.
Oh my God. Y'all seeing a different Azar right now.
everything. No, seriously. I think she's wrong. And I think that she should have never lied to her husband.
Yeah.
From her husband. I think that anyone who's lucky enough to have a partner to work through things together, for you to go behind his back is just so disrespectful. And I just don't like it.
I'm gonna work my way backwards.
He's like, that's a lot to unpack right now.
Yeah, it's a lot to it's not you, just that whole situation, because I stand with you and I stand with Jen. It's just, especially at that age.
About 70. How old?
Stupid. I'm not gonna
She's
say that
not
people
70.
is 70.
Okay.
But I mean,
Good God Almighty.
it's not wise to date or marry based on potential and what a person might be and could have, or what they promise you they will be. That's unwise.
Yeah.
Look at your partner tonight, y'all. I want you to go home, look at your partner, how they pull their pants down. If they not wearing diapers, you can't change them.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay?
Ooh. It's a clip.
You hear what I'm saying? Go home to your partner right now tonight. Pull their pants down. If they're not wearing diapers, you can't change them. They have to
stands
come
on that.
with the right intangibles. They have to come with the right personality. They have to come with characteristics that's conducive to your characteristics. If they do not, then it will only be wise to disqualify them.
Yeah.
Unqualified as fuck.
Yeah.
If you go against that and gamble against your own intuition,
Eating that steak.
then you put a down payment on your own calamity and misery. And a lot of y'all are complicit in your own calamity right now and trying to redistribute blame. This person did that person did that. Jen had a great analogy. You picked it, you put it on your plate. Well, I didn't know. Then maybe you should have did a thorough soul search before you said yes and pair bonded with this person. We have to do the due diligence as ourselves. If you're a woman, do the due diligence of a woman to make sure that this man is the type of man for you, not just a man that has money. Y'all looking for a man with money, but y'all don't really want a man with money. What you want is a generous man. Because you can get a man with money and he don't share, he ain't gonna buy nothing. Your tire get flat is on you. So you want a generous man. Not a man with money. So make sure you find a generous man, because there's men out there that's making $3 million a year that, again, won't take you to Cheesecake Factory. And this man that's making $250,000 a year that you ain't never got to ask for, he give you what you want before you knew you needed, and before you even had to ask and text, it was already sent to you.
I love that.
So find the qualities that you
readjust my affirmations. Thank you for that. That's
beautiful. You want a generous man, not necessarily a man with money. That his money ain't got nothing
generous
to do with you.
Is great. I love, because people can have money. I know girls who mess with men. Oh, he has money. And he ain't buying not one thing for you. Yeah. So you just like him because he has money. But what I will say is this. I feel like you have to, I think that there's a lot of people.
You got to pause that real quick. Okay. I'm sorry.
No.
Because I have to now get on her. I had to get on him first.
I was with Jenn. Go ahead.
I was with Jenn because, you chose that. You knew what was in her, but something in you was like, despite that, I love you anyway, which is beautiful. But now you have to take what come with that. You put a down payment on what was to come because you knew that was in the realm of possibility. When things get tough, her mindset say, bust it open.
Yeah.
Not get a job.
Right.
Not find a new trade.
Right.
Not help you whatever your hustle is to do that.
Can we invest what we have? Can we do something else?
So you chose that. So I'm not necessarily saying she wrong for that. But where she is wrong is she is not honoring her husband.
Right.
If you was going to do it regardless, like I'm going to do it regardless, you should at least have a conversation with him.
Exactly.
You should, like Jenn said, at least do it to his face. Like, have a conversation with him. She's dishonorable. And I'm praying for their marriage, but any relationship, whether you in a marriage, a situationship, a business partner, where if it's dishonorable, it's going to erode. And that relationship is dishonorable. You have a woman that is down to create a whole soft porn launch behind your back, living under the same roof as you. That is dangerous. I would not be with her because I would be scared. That is spooky. Woo.
Yeah.
Like, you're dangerous. You able to do that. You know what I mean? But everybody got a different comfort level. Some men are with women who are social media influencers and they show their body.
And they show their body.
Yeah. I feel whatever your comfort level is. Some people will come like, because, I like my wife dressed sexy.
That's
and
what
I
I was
love
about
it.
to say. Like, there's an aspect of
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, first of all, I buy like 80% of her clothes. So I'm into that. If they ain't looking, I don't want her. I don't want, me personally, I don't want no woman that don't nobody want.
Shoot.
Now, is it over sexual? No. Is it sexy to my liking? Absolutely.
I think she's classy.
I like it. But I've had people like, whoa, you let your wife wear that? Or whoa, you let her. And I always go,
I picked.
I can't let her do anything. She's a grown woman.
That part.
Let's get that. I don't let and allow her. That is weird. She's a grown woman. Now, if it's something that I don't like and I tell her I don't like, she would then refrain from it out of respect. But I don't control her. But if she was already had the personality, but I already gave, and I don't want to get into it, I'm going to let you talk. I already gave her a test in the beginning. I test my wife. I gave her all kind of tests, seriously. All kind of tests to see where she was at and what she was doing. The last test I gave her recently, real quick.
No, take your time.
I told y'all on the last episode one time, I told y'all on the last, because it's true. On the last episode, one time when we first started dating, we've been on like 20 dates, and I would pay for them all. I was like, I really like her. I want to know if she would be willing to take me on a date. And I asked her, hey, I want to go out Friday. And any answer short of yes, okay, I wouldn't have dealt with her. That was a test. Because I'm a generous man. Let me see. But a closed mouth don't get fed, right? So let me ask her, take me out. She took me out. That was early on. Here we go. 17 years later. Here's another test. I'm building her a house.
Yes, build house.
She said, yeah. I'm building my wife a house. Boom. And I'm like, I'm literally like putting, like, it's a lot of money that go into that. It's a lot. And I'm like, I'm going, and I'm not the type that do something, but it really is a control move. Mm. So everything going in your name. All you have to do is bring your clothes there. Well, actually, you ain't got to do that. I got to
throw it back.
Yeah, you don't have nothing to do. I'm going to build it. I'm going to fully furnish it. I'm down to the spoons. I'm finna do everything the way you want it. You don't have to.
Six. I want to say something.
Go ahead.
And I want to say this for the audience because people have shared this. And I think it might be true.
Go ahead.
You are not like any man. You're different. And you've been on both sides of the motherfucking coin, we know. But people have shared this with me and people have shared this with our podcast. They feel like you are unlike any man. And it's a compliment, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think that people feel like, oh my God, like even me. Like I don't feel like I could be the man like you. And so for me, let me get my shit off.
Compliment and it's an excuse.
It's a compliment and an excuse. Let me get my shit off.
Get it off.
Because there's women who've been in our DMs, dead ass. I can bring them up. And they have said, and I'm not lying, they have said like, I feel like Six is not like these other men. And it's hard because it's like, we want Six, but we don't get Six, right? So it's like, you know, you are different. Even the chef at my job, she watches our podcast. She'd be like, oh, Jenny would say this, remember I told you. And she was like, I just don't feel, she's married. She's been married forever. But she's like, I just don't feel like Six is like the perfect man. Like he's not like, and we know you haven't always been perfect. You have a past.
Right. Well, I ain't perfect now.
You're not perfect now. But the point is you emulate a man that I think most women would desire, but cannot have, like, don't come across. Not cannot have,
I
but
like
just
that you brought that to my attention.
Yeah.
I'm going to say one thing that have to do with women, and I'm going to say one thing that have to do with men that like bring it together.
Okay.
So first I'm going to finish my story because this has to do with women. You can have that man.
Thank you.
But you have to be the type of woman that man wants.
Right. Tell us more about your wife.
Here's this.
Wait, go into what you're saying about you have to be the type of woman that
I'm finna tell you right now. I'm finna tell you right now. And I want you, don't even
put that down.
Listen, seriously, and everybody out there listening, don't even answer this question, y'all. Because I'm gonna just see it in your face. I'm gonna see the answer in your face.
Okay.
And it's not an indictment, but it's gonna tell you what you're missing. And if you out there listening,
she said it is.
And I'm here for it.
If you out there listening, when I ask this question, just let it sizzle in your soul.
Sizzle, baby.
In your soul.
Let it sizzle
in your soul.
so you can see something. So now look.
Okay.
I'm building my wife this big old house. With everything she wants, modeled how she don't have to spend a dime. And I go, because I'm human, I go, damn. During this process near the end, like, fuck, like I'm really building her this house, like new furniture. I got like 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, 2 living. Like our blinds was like 12 bands just on blinds, which don't seem real. Crazy, like I don't want to spend $12,000 just on window treatment.
When you build a house, you realize how much that shit is.
Yeah, it's a lot. But my wife, listen, don't have to do nothing.
Yeah.
Just come show up and sign the paperwork because it's in your name. I'm not holding nothing over your head. Watch this. True story. So, also, without going into details, I'm paying her taxes.
Ooh, I need someone to pay mine, Lord.
So, and they were up there. They were up there, but I believe I'm going somewhere with this.
This is giving me hope because I need someone to pay my taxes.
But it was cool. I already knew I was gonna pay her taxes. But
See what I'm
I
saying?
think I believe I told her
Where they at, Lord?
that they end up, don't quote me, being like $200,000 or something like that, and it had to be paid before we closed. In addition to everything what I was doing, and that was a test. That was a test. Now, mind you, my wife has a great career. Been there a long while. I'm not gonna tell y'all where. Y'all don't need to Google great career. But when I tell her that, and I'm like, yeah, like this shit, in addition to all I'm doing for the house, and all the money that I got to put furniture in there, and all the money I got, because I promised her, like, hey, when we move in, you know, we'll have a chef to come twice a month, and then you'll have a housekeeper to come every 8 days. So I got money put, in addition to all that, like, oh shit, we got to pay 200. It was something like right before we closed, which was like 90 days. Something crazy in addition to all that other money I got. And I remember, and I told her that, but I was really seeing, because I'm finna give her the world. Like, this is the icing on the cake. And I remember we was both working out at the gym, and she was leaving. And I was like, all right, I'll be home when I get done. She was like, I'm not gonna be there. And I'm like, where you going? And she was like, I'm about to go drive Uber.
Oh.
I said, go drive Uber? Oh, you finna go do what? She said, I'm gonna drive Uber. I'm finna Uber.
Not open
I said,
OnlyFans.
Uber for what? And she said, the tax money. I said, girl, you ain't got to.
I love her even more.
I said, you ain't got to do no damn Uber. She was like, what? She was like, I already applied. I was like, man, I got it. You ain't got to go home.
Oh my gosh. I love her.
And that was like a week after I told her that. And she was like, I'm about to go. So I was like, where? She was like, yeah, I'm about to go do. I'm like, go, what? You go. Nothing's wrong with doing Uber, as you can see. And my wife have a career. Yeah. But the fact, and I was like, oh, because it was like a week later, and she was like, yeah, I guess there's a process for them to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess right after I told her that, she like, well, what can I do to get money? And she ain't never like, I'm sexy, I'm pretty, I'm going to bust it open. Not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but that wasn't her mindset.
No, it was not.
But she was willing to go Uber.
How much you think I can make for busting it open?
A lot.
Priceless.
Yeah.
But here's the moral of my story, ladies. Here's the moral of my story.
I heard
Honestly, would you go drive an Uber for your man?
Yes.
Don't answer
No.
it. Don't answer it.
Oh, wait, take that out.
Don't answer it. No,
Take that out.
Leave it in. Leave it in.
Leave it in. Take it out.
Leave it in. But don't answer it. That is the reason why you don't have a man. Because again,
I would.
I
would work at Starbucks, not Uber.
It don't. You get the general consistency, but consistency. But there was a checkpoint. There's a test and a checkpoint at every entry level.
You are so right.
That I do for her.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing it, and I don't really ask for nothing in turn. I just be needing some love and some everything that she gives. That's it. Because men and women need something different.
Is your wife nurturing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without that, I wouldn't have the power. So women, ladies, I want a man, a good man. Every woman want a good man until it's time for her to be a good woman.
I agree.
He have to be able to come home and extract peace and power from you. A lot of women don't know how to make their man feel 10 feet tall. They don't know how to make him feel invigorated, omnipotent, and powerful. And they want him to go out and conquer the world, but his battery on E. They don't want to make a vital contribution to the success of their own relationship. I laughed, and she'll tell you, I was like, man, you ain't got to do it. I was like, girl, I got it. Go home. But I wanted to see what she would say or do if she felt the chips were down.
Yeah.
If it's just like, all right, and she was willing to go. So, and again, boom, and that's why she have all the things she have, because I know I have a partner with the same mentality as me and that love me for me, and we equally yoked. She's willing to do her part. Like I said, she have a career and was willing, like, I'm leaving the gym, like, you going where? I forgot. And I'm like, girl, you don't have to do that. Like, it's cool. That. It's cool. And for those of you who want to know how the story ends, February or March will be my last payment to the IRS, bro. Well, I'm telling you, the only person
I
I'm
love
scared
that.
of is the IRS. That
you
would be my
said that.
last.
Oh, them.
That's the only.
But you know what's funny
But
about
there
your
was a lot.
story?
Like that was a big tax
huge.
bill. That's a
lot of money.
That's a huge tax bill, and we knocked that motherfucker down, bro.
Hey,
But
let's have a party in February for that.
Huh?
I said, let's have a party for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something because I'm
and I'm
like,
gonna add
wow.
on to the back of what you said when you're finished. I don't want to cut you off, but
I want y'all ladies listen and be honest with yourself. Are you really willing to get in that mud with them? No, most women are not, because women want to date above their echelon for the most part and keep it real. They're not looking below. Like, I want the man in Subway. They're not even looking next to him. I want the man that work at the same office with me.
I like the
no,
man at Subway.
I said most women. And you like Subway. You don't like the man. You want them
I don't want
You
no
want the
fucking
I'm
Subway.
fucking with you.
$6
I just want him to
footlong.
have me eating fresh. baby.
But you're stupid. That was a bar. I just want to have it eat
Look at the
fresh.
Subway fucking commercial.
For the women listening. And this, you have to be honest with yourself, ladies. That's why I'm really talking to you. Because if you're not honest with yourself, you're going to repel with honesty coming from others too. Most of y'all want to date up, which is fine. But in doing that, dating up, you want to absolve yourself from any adult responsibility and activities. You don't want to do nothing. So this man gonna realize, like, again, she don't want to do nothing. Because what if she would have been like, yeah, all right, I hear what you saying, figure it out. You've been figuring everything else out. I don't know what I would have did because I love her. Maybe I would have just, hey, she ain't signing. I'm going to put my name on this house.
Yeah.
You can still move in. I don't know. But y'all never know. A man might be testing you.
I'm sick of this.
A man might be sick. And that's your honest, visceral answer. But when y'all say, because a lot of women are like, I'm sick of this too. But y'all say, ain't no man like him, ain't no man like they are. But you sick of the test and you start failing it.
I don't fail none of my
I'm not
tests.
saying you, but at the other end of these tests,
Yeah, no, I agree.
you
The
get
people
a
in
man
our
like,
DMs.
so because a man like me, I'm generous naturally. You don't have to, you said on one
are.
episode, don't find a man if he ain't naturally like that.
Yeah.
And that was true.
Yeah.
That's already who I am. But it's like, all right, I want to know I got a partner that's there for me too. Every man feel like that. So once he feel like, yo, I could just see her, she just using me as a workhorse. Do this, do that, just here, just, and I don't feel like he'll slow down. He'll slow down.
I wonder what makes men be with women who do all that. Is it because of
what?
how they look?
Don't go
Yeah,
that
so-
way. Because you going to make me deter from everything I was going to say.
All right, go ahead, say it. Go ahead, jump in.
Don't
Jump in.
deter. Don't.
Jump in.
Jump in.
But ladies, yeah, you have to pass them tests.
Okay.
Men get y'all test. Y'all women test us. Y'all do little stuff. You a fake an attitude just to see if we really fake an attitude. See if he texts me, if he gonna try to let me see. Y'all test us, and we
The
test
fake the
y'all.
attitude
get
is the
answers.
realest test I
Yes,
ever had.
I'm telling you. But look, an intelligent man. See, I'm emotionally intelligent. I would know that's a test, so that ain't even a test for me. I got that.
And what you
but
gonna do?
you're
What
not
you gonna do?
I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna show up, force you. You're gonna be like, nah, I'm cool. Nah, babe, tell me. Nah, I'm cool. Nah, babe, tell me. All right, well, do you want something from the store? I'm gonna do everything. So you're like, all right, here. I'm gonna
Bring
pass
me a
that
Snickers.
test because I know if you testing me, this is something, a hard
cares
entry,
about-
like a credit report. I need to know. Because time's gonna get hard. I need to know that he's willing to fight for me. He really in it. So I'm a pass. Even though I know it's a test, I'm a pass it for you to let you know. Like, yeah, I know that. I got the right answer.
That's
to that.
a bar because I'm telling you right now, I was just gonna say, I don't test niggas, but I do that.
You
and
do.
the crazy thing
Of
is,
course
like,
you do.
I used to do that all the time, even with like past relationships, where I would be like, I just want you to fight for me. I'm not even really breaking up with you.
That ain't
I
even
just
the
want
only
you to
test.
fight for
If
me.
we say we going somewhere, going out, whether it's out of town or out on the town with the guys, or if we going out of the country, out of the state, the test is, let me see if he hit me. Let me see if we talk how we always talk.
Yes.
Let me see if it's gonna be the same. Y'all constantly
How do you
testing
know
us.
this?
Because I'm an emotionally intelligent man.
That
but
is
what the crazy part is, which I ain't gonna even get to on this episode because I'm gonna let Jenn talk. But the crazy part is, we test y'all and y'all don't even know what the test be.
That's true.
This is crazy.
So
Okay,
give
so
us
that's
an
what
example
the
if you-
point.
I just said I'm not telling
Yeah,
you
he
on this
said he
episode.
wasn't gonna tell us on this
But I'm gonna let Jenn talk.
I
It's
think
gonna be
we should tell us
we
one
test y'all. I
test.
test my wife. Like
He
I said,
just
that was the
told
most
you the
recent
biggest
talk.
one.
That was most
That was
recent.
huge.
But on the way here, I gave her all kind because it's like a.
He
it's
said
like
the
a
day.
examine-
He
it's
said
an audit.
Yeah.
Because as we grow, we've been together so long, we keep changing. So let me audit so I know who I'm dealing with. You have to know who you with. Let me know who I'm with. Let me know who so I know who I'm with.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So the test is almost like an audit. I'm gonna audit you, and it's gonna feel real. You're gonna have freedom of speech, freedom of choice, freedom of behavior.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah, so I can audit you.
Mm.
But go ahead, Jen.
No, I was just gonna say it was like my friend told me this, and it was like a perfect example. And I was thinking to myself a lot of different things because I've been hearing a lot of different things. So, like one thing that I will say, and we'll come back to this, is that women are actually more narcissistic than men. Because think about this.
I'm gonna let her talk.
Let me tell you why. Think about that video. Nothing she did was wrong to her in that video. She took no accountability for lying to her husband for a year, telling him you knew who I was, you knew who I am, and took like zero accountability for blindsiding him, lying to him, nothing. I've watched a lot of podcasts, and I watched this psychologist as well because I like to do research. I don't like to just think I know stuff. And even she was saying in some of her videos that like even her clients won't admit that they're cheating on their husbands. They'll say, well, I'm just not satisfied and he's doing this. And I'm like, women do not, for the most part, take accountability.
I agree.
At all.
Or say sorry.
But inherently, y'all just pass the buck. Like, if
Right.
you say,
It's like,
hey,
oh, no,
you do this, you be like, but y'all do this, men
Right.
do this.
Right.
Inherently,
And
y'all, in
Facts.
a relationship, and I've talked about this several times, the way Azar would say it.
multiple times.
She would say
multiple
several
items and
Several
several
different
times.
items.
several different items. That's what she would say. But I've talked about this before. Ladies, if you want to successfully pair bond with a man, you have to learn how to play catch.
Not
Baseball.
right.
Because after baseball, it turns into tennis. Now,
Yeah.
for those of you who don't know my analogy and
I need
follow
you
me,
to-
I'm finna tell you what that means. When a man is telling you something, he's throwing you the ball. Here, catch this. I want you to understand something. But most times, instead of playing catch football, you play baseball. He throw you the ball and you fire back. Bow! Well, you be doing this. Well, what about the time? That's baseball. You hitting. He wanted you to catch the ball so you pick up
you
what he's
suck
putting
it.
down. She's funny. But if you continue to play baseball, it turns into tennis. Boop, boop. Well, you do this, you do that. You do this, you do that. You here. What about you? And nobody gets a goal.
It's like, okay,
You have
Sabrina,
to learn how, exactly. You have, next time y'all go back and forth, you say, okay, Sabrina. Use that analogy.
Sabrina.
But you have to
love
learn
that.
how to
I
play.
love that. I'm telling that.
You have to learn how to play catch with y'all man, ladies. My wife plays catch with me. If I throw something, but it's also timing and tonality.
Yeah.
My timing is usually right and my tonality is correct. And the same thing for y'all, ladies. Timing and tonality is important. It's very important when delivering.
don't you think that you have to trust your man?
I was gonna say, if you don't respect, that's
Yeah.
another thing I was gonna say. As far as choice, she chose that. What I would imagine. I'm not gonna speak for her and say that I know, but I could imagine that on some level she has so much respect for you that you don't even have to really tell her everything. I think there's certain degrees of like, hey babe, da 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 da, and it's like okay, like for her to be able to say okay. And like, here's another thing I'll add to that, because like, I feel like just like her, like I have a career. Somewhat independent. Doesn't mean I don't need a man. Doesn't mean I don't want a man. Doesn't mean I don't want to submit. Doesn't mean I don't want to be with someone that I respect, that I can just say okay to. Like, I would love to do that. So let me get that out there. But also with this whole scenario, if the house is on fire, I am a fire extinguisher. Remember that analogy?
Yeah.
I am a fire extinguisher. If stuff is on fire, that's when you come and you use me. If I meet a man and he's like, babe, you're good. You don't have to do what you're doing no more. I got you. But if he comes to me and says times is hard, I put the fire out. Or at least I help.
Right. But a lot of women don't want
see,
to contribute to the success
You
of
have to
relationship.
feel respected though, because a lot of these men will say, get dressed, and they'll take you for granted. And I don't have time for that.
What does
You don't
that
have
mean?
time for the
Wait.
Cheesecake Factory when you get
Get
dressed?
dressed? Wait, what?
She
Go
was
back.
like, basically, I get your analogy.
Say it again.
They play with the time. They play with
Like, oh, get dressed, baby. I'm gonna take you somewhere, and they take you for granted. They take you-
Oh, she's funny.
Oh, so you've been.
She said she's stupid. I
Baby,
like
get
that.
dressed. I'm gonna take you somewhere and
And
take
they
you
take
straight
you
to
for
hell.
granted.
But my
It's
point
like
is
you want
like,
me to lead you. It's nigga, you gonna lead me into
it
the
might.
ditch.
My point was like, I might not Uber. I might go to Starbucks. Or I might be like, okay, I'm gonna get another job, or like
Yeah,
I
but
might
that's
do
the
something
point. That's
else.
the point. That's
I'm
the
still
point
a fire extinguisher.
That's the point I wanted to make. That's all for the women listening. So they can be honest and say, nah, I really wouldn't. And then you have to go in there and figure that thing out. Like Jenn say, go to therapy, because again, you could be passing up a good man. A lot of women, again, my wife is very attractive, young, body in shape, always been in shape for the most part. And she could have left me. Her friends wanted to leave. Oh, he this, he that. But she like, nah. Now the same people that wanted her to leave, you fast forward, she got everything. Mm-hmm. Starting with a peace of mind. The best thing I gave my wife was a peace of mind, consistency, continuity.
What? Consistency?
Consistency. I
was about to say that tequila's hitting everybody.
But I gave her consistency. I gave her continuity.
Okay.
And I gave her comfort, the 3 C's.
Okay. Can I ask you a real question?
Go.
Because I love you.
Okay.
And
there's a little flavor.
I don't take anything for granted that you like give advice or say or do. But I think part of what Azar was saying and part of what is happening in the DMs is that you and your wife have known each other since you were in your 20s. Y'all came up together. Y'all did a lot. You've had trials and tribulations. It's been tumultuous. It's been all that. But here I am 42 and I'm starting now. I can't go back to 20. I can't go back to coming up with somebody.
That's a good question.
And as your friend, I need practical advice to get back out.
I'm trying to give y'all practical advice, and I always like to share the origin, right?
Okay.
And the reason why I share the origin is to show you that the people that are in a relationship, just because it's raggedy and kind of bad now, don't mean it's gonna stay that. So I give you the origin. But wait, listen. And I also give you the origin so you can know how long we've been together, so you can know.
Yeah, of course.
So that you can know, oh, there's longevity.
Yeah.
Right? Now, in the jewels that I drop, those intangibles are necessary now. What didn't you hear me say, for example, I just tested her again.
Yeah.
Not back then, when we was 22.
Okay.
Now, this is a right now. I'm in my 40s.
Yeah. Okay.
This is so when I'm giving gems like that, these intangibles are still necessary today to get it popping. You still have to be this right now. Our relationship is renewed every fucking 17 days.
Right.
Like it's renewed.
So I'm out there, I'm dating, I meet a man, and I see potential. What are the 5 things? Because I can't do that.
Don't see potential. See where he is.
What I mean by that is, that's what I mean. That you obviously see progression. Not that he has a mind, like he has something that you
see
want.
Somebody that's equally yoked.
Right. How do I, and to what degree, and when do I show that?
You show immediately how you can be of value. Because I'm going to say this. By doing what? I'm finna say this, ladies. Y'all are competing for the same type of man.
Yes, of course.
Right? So, and most women don't like to compete, which is fine.
I do.
If you don't like to, at one point you didn't, and we had this conversation.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm going to keep it real.
Well, you will. If you don't compete.
You will.
Listen.
I don't like to
compete. Because she didn't like to compete either.
It's not to say, but
wait, listen.
I didn't get it. It's not that I don't like to compete.
I'm finna explain.
Yeah, let him break it down.
She didn't get it.
I didn't.
Here's her question. And for those who's listening, like, hey, I'm right here grown right now.
Yeah.
The type of man you want has multiple different options, as Azar would say. Like, this man is high value. That means every type of woman want him. A woman that ain't shit want him. A hood rat woman want him. A corporate woman. He is desirable by a lot of women. So therefore, he can be picky. So if you're not exhibiting the qualities that show that you can be an asset, you're going to drop further and further on that list of options because he has choices. So he like, well, who nurtures? Mm-hmm. I told Jenn before, Jenn, you're like a cat. And men like dogs. And she said, what do you mean by that?
Jesus.
I said, when you ever seen when you come home and the cat is there, the cat just look at you and then turn and walk away like, whatever, bitch.
Yeah.
A dog, you come home, dog like, hey, how you doing?
I'm What's a motherfucking dog.
I know, you're nurturing. And I told her
you
that.
Want me to lick your
like,
balls?
That's what men like. You stupid. She's dumb. But yes.
I had to adopt that. I had to adopt that.
But I told her that, and she put it to theory to test. But I told her, I was like, you're like a cat, and men don't like cats.
Yeah.
You come home, hey, how you doing, whatever. Yeah. Like, cool, he might not complain, but he gonna lose his vigor.
Yeah.
He's not like, oh, I can't wait tomorrow to go be successful to buy her something. No, I'm not feeling like that about her. Because when I come on, it's just like, well, hey, whatever.
Right.
But dogs, they come on, they're like, hey, how you been? What up? What I love you. Hey, come here. And that's what men, that invigorate us more. That unlocks another level of benevolence inside of us.
Right.
Yeah, stop being a cat and give up that cat.
I was
Stupid.
a cat for sure.
But you know what I will say
100%.
before we wrap up? Is I was going to say to all the women, because Six has been, and Jenny has been sharing that I'm very nurturing. Now, I will say that it's natural for me because I'm just a nurturer, and a lot of that is overcompensation as well. But I will say that for me, I find pleasure in my partner being happy. So it's just natural. Like, I want you to feel good. I want you to, feel like happy, and I don't find pleasure like in people suffering. So for instance, like, I know that there's women that's like, girl, why you didn't tell him X, Y, and Z so he could be mad on his trip and be feeling da, 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 da. And it's like, I don't want to, because him feeling bad adds to my guilt and adds to me feeling worse. I don't want to feel worse. I'd rather him feel happy, enjoy yourself. I'll deal with what I have to deal with. And that's not always good. But I am a natural nurturer because I was not nurtured.
Yeah, but that kind of makes like the whole point. You're shooting yourself in the foot. It is not advantageous to be at war with your mate or to be at war.
Right. No, you're not.
I'm saying you're not. I'm saying you're
for the
not.
women that are.
Yeah, for the women that it doesn't make sense. You're shooting yourself in the foot. It does not help you to not be.
I think they think they're inserting control and
it's
dominance,
narcissistic.
but it's really
is what it is.
I agree with what you're saying.
They
about
are
the women being more
narcissistic. Women are they're always calling somebody out and pointing out how people are narcissistic, but it is narcissistic. I won't put this person on blast, but I actually have a very close relationship with someone where I had to actually sit here and realize, like, wow,
talk about Diana like that.
I won't. Diana is narcissistic. Like, you can't, it's always someone else, something else. You can't take accountability for nothing.
Women do that a lot.
Victimize yourself.
Women do that.
Oh my God, but if this didn't happen, I don't know. And then just be like, I can't handle that. And deject and give you the silent treatment and then apologize and then do it again.
That's fact.
I've never had a man do that.
You're right. And I've had men tell me before, like, you're apologizing. Like,
in the work,
taking accountability
in the workplace.
This is what someone said to me, and then we're gonna wrap this. But I want to say this: someone told me that men love more authentically than women. And they said the reason being is because women's love is always contingent upon what you're giving me, what you're providing for me, what you're doing for me. And men are more calculated in the way that they love. Because men are not going to move quickly and be like, oh, I love this. I want to be in a relationship with you tomorrow. Some men will. But a lot of men are going to be more calculated. They're going to take their time and they're going to really think about, do I love this person? Do I want to be with this person? But women will be with you for a whole 1,000 million reasons other than just the fact that they love you.
Well, a good man is going to test you. A good man is going to make sure, because a good man is going to give you the world. That's his intention. So he like, before I give you the world, let me see I'm giving the world to the right person. You get what I'm saying? So you have to examine your values. Like I said, every woman wants a good man until it's time for her to be a good woman. And then when you say all the things that a man needed, women be like, I feel like that's a lot. Like, we got to do so much.
But you really don't.
But it's equal. We have to do so much. It feel like y'all have to do so much because you fucking 27 or 37 and just now understanding this. From the time a little boy is a boy, everyone tells him how to treat a woman. Hey, open the door for the woman. Hey, walk on the outside of the sidewalk. Hey, your auntie tell you. Your babysitter tell you. Your father tell you. Everybody telling you how to treat a woman.
Navigate.
For the most part, no one teaches little girls how to treat a man. No one has ever taught. So you just now hearing this is a lot. No one has ever taught you until you never heard it. Now they taught you how to navigate a man. Don't let a man do this. Never let a man do that. But navigating a man and setting boundaries ain't the same as nurturing him and how to treat him. And for the most part, no one has taught women how to treat a man. Most women never saw their mama treat a man right. So they don't have it in them. So as they get older and hear all the things we want and need too, because yes, we're human, like it's a lot. But what do you mean? No, it's not. It's equal. Y'all have a lot. Walk on the outside of the road. Open the door. You hear a sound. Run downstairs first. It's a lot. But we've been hearing this.
It's a lot on both
But wait,
ends.
pause. But we've been hearing this since we was a child.
Yeah.
The people at the barbershop
men.
told us.
Yeah.
Your god sister told you. Your auntie told you. Your mama told you. Your dad told you. You might don't do it, but you've been told.
But what have women been told? Make sure you have a man with money. He need to be taken care of. You need to be doing this. But you ain't been told, hey,
Make him a sandwich
make
at
him
3
feel,
a.m.
yeah, make him feel
nurtured.
loved
Make him
and
feel
nurtured.
loved.
Make him feel good.
respected.
When I'm with a man, literally, he's waking up to me massaging his head and his temples, rubbing his chest, scratching his back. Might give a little, but that's the thing.
You know what I do? I pick those thick hairs out your beard. The ones that you can get little pimples from.
Yeah, well, I don't really get those, but yeah, that's part of.
But you
It's
know,
nurturing.
I
It's
feel
time
like
spent. Is
I love to make a man, especially a man, because I feel like, especially a black man, because I feel like you guys are so misunderstood and you guys are
fighting the world.
underappreciated and you're
fighting the
fighting
world.
constantly and you overthink. And also, you cannot overshare how women can. That's the thing. As a woman, I can call you and cry. I can call Jen and cry. I can act unstable. I can do so much. And then I could be like, okay, I'm good, and keep it pushing. A man has to bear those feelings himself.
Absolutely.
And he cannot release them, or he's gay. He's this, he's that.
Well, we would lose respect if we told you everything we worry about. Then you start being like, I don't think I'm comfortable in this relationship.
Yeah.
If we start being, you be like, you emotional.
He's
like,
sassy.
He's so
He's
emotional.
this.
Not
so we
sassy.
have to,
Yeah, they say
we
he's
have
sassy.
to keep
He's
it,
zesty.
keep it in. That's why it's important for us to be nurtured. I love a woman to just come cuddle with me and hug me and just, because it's something about her hands. It's power in her hands, and rub my chest and rub the back of it. It's power in her hands,
And you
I
can
feel
feel
good.
it.
Yeah, and then
As a
kiss
woman,
me on
you
my
can
neck,
feel it.
kiss me on my ear, kiss on my forehead, just lay on
And
me.
I do that.
Like,
I want a
man.
I love
like
a man.
that makes a man feel powerful. Like, man, I'm finna get out here and give you the world and bring it tomorrow. But if you nagging, always want something from me, but don't have nothing in return that I need. By need, I don't, buy me something, that's fine. Thank you, but I don't need you to buy me something. I got my own money. I need you to respect me, love me, and nurture me. I need you to cloak me into your warm bosom and just tell me everything is gonna be okay.
But let me say,
not biblical words.
Wait, I need you to pray for me.
Yeah.
Jesus
I need you when I'm asleep to pray over me.
No, but let me say this. We gotta wrap up. We love y'all, but I will say this one last
We need
thing.
this in the next episode. I need
we're
to hear
gonna do
more
this.
about how to nurture a man.
And I'm teaching a class on it. And I'm gonna say this though. This is the last thing
She's
I'm
a
gonna
good teacher.
say. Thank you.
She's a good teacher.
Thank you.
You're the best.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to say this. I know that a lot of women struggle with nurturing a man because a lot of the times you feel like you
didn't pick the right one.
He's playing me.
You didn't pick
I'm
the right
this.
one.
I'm this. So you feel like I'm giving all of this and he's going to think I'm thirsty.
Therapy.
He's going to think I'm this. He's going to feel like this. And a lot of that could be therapy. A lot of that could be you're with the wrong partner. But I will say this, and I'm going to leave it on this note. I never match energy. I know a lot of women say, I'm going to match your energy. Whatever you come with, I'm going to match. I'm not lowering my frequency for you. I'm not. Because a queen doesn't come down from her throne because there's a peasant in the motherfucking building. Guess what she does? Security, get this nigga. Guess what? I'm not going to ever match your energy. If you cannot rise to the occasion, baby, you will not be in my presence. I'll continue to be a queen and you can be a peasant. Good night, motherfuckers.
Well, all
right.
Good night. That was a bar. She wanted to end it like that. Hello. Goodbye.
Peasants.
She was funny with that one. Yeah, this has been a great episode. We might drop comments, like, subscribe, share. Let us know what you think.
Disagree with us.
We might do a part 2.
We have
Go
to.
into the comments. Tell us what you want to hear more about. If we want to, let us know, and we'll do a part 2 on some of the things that we discuss. As always, thank you for being with us.
Yeah.
Azar Faraday, Jenny B. Thick, and I'm Opulent 6, and we out.
We out, baby.
Y'all, wow.
We had a ball. We had a time last night.
All right, guys, that is it. We have ran out of time. But if you like what you heard or disagree with what you heard today, please let us know. Follow us on Instagram at the UAF Podcast, and also like and subscribe to our YouTube, the UAF Podcast. Again, we always read your comments and we always respect your perspective. Thank you for tuning in. This is the UAF crew, and as always, we are not sorry.